Unfortunately, cars, as they get older, no matter how well you've tried to maintain them, start to have issues. They're kind of like people. This is my 2012 Chrysler Town and Country, and it's completely paid off, so I try to keep it as well maintained and running properly as much as I can. I am having a problem with this one now where the windshield washer fluid, we press this little button, washer fluid's supposed to come out, it doesn't come out. There's a couple of different reasons why this could be, so come with me. My first thought was that the pump on the dispenser had probably gone bad, but when I lifted up the hood and investigated, I realized that the hose connecting the pump to the dispenser nozzles at the top of the hood had broken in half. So then I had my daughter get into the car and press the dispenser button to see if any fluid was coming out of that broken end at all. All right, Giselle, give it a try. And it wasn't. So I think I have a double whammy problem here. Now, I've never actually done this before. I have a feeling it's gonna fall somewhere in the middle in terms of difficulty level. I've done some pretty simple maintenance and repairs on this car. I've also done a few things that were a lot more complicated. So I feel pretty confident that I can do this myself, but we're just gonna have to see. I ordered from Amazon a new tube and new nozzles, and this was $12.99, I think. Now, unfortunately, I do also have to replace at least one of the little spray nozzles because I accidentally broke it off inside this little tube when I was removing it. Oh, yeah, mother. Now, I also ordered the pump off of Amazon, and it was about 20 bucks. Always make sure that you're getting the right part for your make, model, and year of vehicle. Well, you know what? Maybe I can... Oh, well, that one looked like it went through. Let's see. Oh, never mind. Boop, there you go. Take this other one out too. There we go. All right, now these new ones should just pop right in there. Whoop, there we go. All right. Now this tube, unfortunately, is too big to go through this little attachment piece here, so I think I'm gonna have to grab a zip tie. Well, I was gonna use a zip tie, but then I couldn't find any, and I found some wire, so I'm gonna actually just wire it to this little clip, and I hope it stays that way. I'll have to check on it a few times just to make sure. Okay, so this needs to then run along here, and then it attaches to another tube coming out in here that goes right into the pump. Unfortunately, this tube is not long enough to run directly into the pump, as far as I can tell, and both of these are the same diameter. So I have to figure out how I'm going to connect them together, which is going to be tricky. All right, this right here is the original connector piece from the broken tube that connected those two things together, so I'm going to see if I can redneck them and put it all together. Can I fit this tube into here? That's the question. Ugh. All right, well, keep your old pieces before you finish up this project. Don't throw anything away until you're done. The last thing I need to do is cut this tube and attach it to this other sprayer nozzle on the hood. The only problem is the only connector piece they sent me was one that has 3 male ends on it, and then the actual nozzle has a male end on it. Now, I'm a modern girl and all, but 4 male ends involved in this is not gonna work. You gotta have a female end in there somewhere to make everything connect properly. So I'm gonna once again have to cannibalize one of the old parts, or you know, the old tube, and take a piece off of it and make myself a female end. There. Okay, good. All right. Okay. Now, one thing I definitely want to do is make sure that this isn't going to get smushed when I close it. All right, well, let's see. All right, let's check it and see, just see if it works now, see if I really do need to change the pump. All right, let's give it a try. Let's see. Oh, nope, still not working. Yep, it's my yoga mat. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna let that drain. This would be a lot easier if I had this lifted up. for sure. Just kind of have to do this all one-handed. Yeah. Okay. All right. Got it. Once you get this disconnected from the tubes at the bottom, you can actually pull it up from the top, from the electrical cord, just carefully, obviously. And let's see if I can get that. But what I'm trying to do here is get this pump disconnected from the power. Ah, holy crap. Whew. All right. All right, now the reason why this was so hard to get off is, I don't know if you can see it, but right here on the side, there's one of these little clips that you have to push in with a screwdriver in order to release it. And so that was what was giving me so much trouble. All right, let's try to get the new one in here. Ah, there we go. Whew, there it is. Ooh, that was a pain. All right, I'll throw that sucker back down there. There's one. All right. So it's this little rubber gasket thing has to go on here first. All right. Otherwise, you're going to be leaking fluid everywhere, which isn't really the worst thing in the world, but it's still not a good thing. All right. Now. Oh, holy crap, I think I did it. Oh. Ooh. Now, the only reason why that was really even hard was because it was in a weird spot. If it wasn't in such a hard spot to get to, it would have been a lot easier. I'm going to add in some more windshield washer fluid. I'm not going to reuse the stuff that was in there before because, frankly, it just looked really nasty and cloudy and gross. So I figure I'll put some fresh stuff in there. Always important also to make sure that you put things in the right hole. All right, moment of truth time. All right, let's see. Hey! Yes! That is always an awesome feeling. Yes. Bigger trick is how am I going to get a camera angle on that? Honestly, making these videos, half of it is getting the camera in the right place. Can't get my boobs in here. My boobs are too big. Here you are. I hope that's not our HOA police people. Yes, I'm working on my car, my driveway. Deal with it. I know HOAs are there for a good reason, but good Lord, sometimes.